What's going on, guys? It's Justin from Push and Profit. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day today. So in this video, we got to talk about what's going on with this current event, right? So recently Trump announced that he is lifting the travel ban in Brazil and, a lot of European countries that had a travel ban inserted just because of, coronavirus, right? So he's lifting this. So I want to talk about what you guys think about this, but I also want to talk about, what could possibly happen, what opportunities present themselves in the stock market because of this. Now, again, I don't want to get too political, right? My thing is just always just focusing on the profit. And that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to kind of identify some areas for opportunity, right? We're going to, do some technical analysis on a few stocks, when I think is the best time to buy into, when I think the best time to sell. But we're also going to be talking about, a little bit on the political side, because as much as I don't like to discuss politics, politics sometimes, influences business, which then influences the stock market, right? So again, what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's a good idea that Trump is lifting the travel bans, or do you think it's a bad idea? We have a lot of coronavirus cases still arising in the country, and we're also hearing about a mutated virus or mutated strain of the virus arising from different areas of the world. And that's currently happening. So with that being lifted, it might not be the best idea for stifling coronavirus from spreading, especially if we're trying to keep this weird mutated strain away from us. But whatever, right? We also have the Joe Biden administration literally reversing that in effect in a few days. So does it even matter, right? So we're gonna really just talk about the technical analysis. So I have a few stocks right here, and if you are familiar with these tickers and you are able to identify that these are pretty much all tickers from the airline industry, right? We have AAL, UAL, LUV, right? BA, and SAVE, right? Now, SAVE, you might think it's like some financial thing, but that's actually an airline. But let's go ahead and talk about AAL, right? So American Airlines, right? We got to talk about where we're at right here. So I'm going to kind of zoom in. Now, again, when I'm talking about buying into these, positions, keep in mind that I'm talking about buying into these positions as a trader. I'm not talking about this from a long-term perspective as an investor. Now, I do talk about investing on this channel, but at the same time, you guys got to be able to figure out what your plan is. Are you planning on investing? Are you planning on trading? Two different vehicles, right? Two different types of ways of approaching the market. Both great ways. Now, the only difference really is that investing, we're looking at like a larger time frame. We're looking at a larger picture, versus trading, we're just literally taking advantage of the fluctuation in price. So that's really what I'm going to be presenting over here, the opportunities that, come with this fluctuation. So we see that, over here around this area, we see that American Airlines, right, had this hard time breaking above this orange line. Now that orange line is the middle linear regression channel, and we could see that it started breaking down and coming down, and then it hovered above the green simple moving average, right? Then we eventually broke above the linear regression channel, and it kind of acted as a floor, like a support, right? We consolidated, then eventually we went up, we had this like little resistance, then we broke above it, and that resistance acted as a support. And then we consolidated. Then we broke below, and then we ended up we're literally bouncing between this area of the support from the linear regression channel and the resistance over here. Now, where we're at right here is that we're slightly below the 180-day simple moving average, and we're hovering in between this resistance and this support. So my goal, right, is to hopefully see American Airlines bounce up from where we're at and take a profit at this resistance, right? Because that's really what I'm trying to do. So if we kind of just take a look at where we're at, I have this alert set up. I'm gonna take it off so that you guys could kind of see. I have this support over here. So, and I think I zoomed in too much. If we could see, the reason that is labeled as support is because over here is resistance. And then it became support over here, whatever, right? Because old resistance becomes new support. So what I want to see is that I want to see we slightly go down a little and then bounce above the exponential moving average and take my profits around 1669. But it could possibly even go higher. So if it does go higher, then, my next area to take my profits would be around this area over here. And the reason is because you could clearly see that area over here is a resistance as well. We could see that it couldn't break above it, then it did one day, and then it acted as a resistance over here. So that area is those $17.52. So we're gonna see probably a major push in the airline industry because a lot of investors are gonna say, okay, well, with the ban lifting up, guess what? There's more flights. More flights equals more revenue. So obviously, it's going to really be a big pump because a lot of individuals are going to be excited about the airline industry being, able to have these travel bans removed. But again, we got to keep in mind that the Joe Biden administration is going to reverse that. So my goal is to really just see if we could, hit this, bounce up and hit this area of resistance, possibly this area of resistance, lock in my profits, and then hopefully wait to see it reverse down very quickly because it's just like we have this good news and then boom. And I don't even know if I want to call it good news. It's good news if you're an investor in American Airlines or if you're someone who's, trading these airline stocks. Probably not the best news if we're talking about the spread of the virus, but again, I don't want to get political. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. So that's really what I'm trying to look at. We could see that, if we go into a 30-minute time frame, that we're on this, area of oversold basically on the RSI, right? And then if we take a look at the MACD indicator, we could see that it's pretty much curling up, and we see that the MACD's signal line is passing above the yellow line over here, right? So we see that the signal line is passing above the MACD line. And with that being said, we're also hovering above this area with the linear regression channel on a 30-minute mark. So, we're going to see this pump. And really what I'm aiming to do is capture this nice 6% gain and locking in my profits. Possibly it could be a little higher if we go and, look at, it possibly going to this area over here. That could possibly be and I don't know why it's not clicking, a 10% gain. But again, that's just an idea, right? At the end of the day, I don't have a crystal ball, and I don't think you would have a crystal ball either. If you do, definitely hit me up in the DMs. My Instagram is @JustinForneo. So pretty simple. But let's go ahead and take a look at the other tickers. I'm not going to go too deep into these just because of the fact that they're very similar, right? We're going to see, obviously they're competing airlines. We're going to see kind of the same trends. You could clearly see that, again, United Airlines, just like American Airlines, is approaching the oversold area. We're hovering above this area that looks like a support. And, we're talking about, buying in at, a little bit right over here when it crosses the exponential moving average, which is the blue line. And once we see that as confirmation, we're going to buy in and, sell for a profit, locking in our profits. Same concept with pretty much all the tickers over here. We have LUV, which is Southwest Airline. And again, like I'm not going to go too deep with these because they're very similar. Even Boeing, right, which is not an airline, but again, they work with, airplanes. So we see that, it's very similar. Obviously not exactly the same, but we could kind of see that we're slightly below the linear regression channel. But if we could break above it, I'm trying to lock in my profits at that, green SMA line, because we could clearly see that looks like a resistance because we couldn't break above it over here and over here. We did break above it, but then it acted as a resistance again. So my goal is to, buy in maybe over here from over here. And that is not that big of a, profit as the other airlines that we saw. But again, it's definitely something to take a look at. It's another opportunity because, just diversifying the opportunities that are out there. Now, with that being said, hopefully you guys make your plan and stick to your plan. First of all, make your plan, execute your plan, and stick to your plan because that, trading is all about discipline. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you really enjoyed or learned anything in this video. Also, check out my other videos, and also check out the link in the description below. One of the links is going to be a link to my free Facebook group, and it's really just a community of individuals that I'm building, or a community that I'm building of individuals interested in trading in the stock market. And also, I typically upload a nightly watch list of stocks that offer the potential to make a profit. So definitely check that out. And with that being said, guys, my name is Justin from Push and Profit. Hope you're having a beautiful day today.